My name's Clint, and I'm owner of this rock shop here. It's it's just an idea that came together a couple of years ago. Well, let's say about 20 years ago. I share interest with many on rock music, and we love discussing rock music. And we went to standing on the beach selling little necklaces and things, and so I flew over to a place called Bangkok, and there were some really nice rock shirts there, and so I purchased a few and brought them back, sold them on the beach. This is where we stay in Margate, and well, they sold. We started forming conversations with other rockers into the same stuff we into, and yeah, so we just started selling rock shirts, and I decided to open a little shop, and we called it the Rock Shop, and that was 20 years ago. So yeah, we still are. And yeah, I got into rock music very weirdly. I was about 5 years old, and my uncle used to come home from the army, and he used to throw his kit down and slam the door, and about 2 minutes later you'd hear this. At the time I didn't know what the band was, but later I discovered it was Creedence Clearwater Revival. And about a year or two later, my mom had this little, if you remember those little record players that used to open one speaker there, one speaker there, and she had this little 7 single that she put on, and I was allowed to listen for about half an hour. So I'd play it and then start it again, and then play it and then start it again, and it was Deep Purple, Smoke on Water. And that was what got me into the sound. A couple of years later, I was in school, was about 10, 11 years old, and some Scandinavian guy, if any of you remember what a cassette is, handed me this cassette, and this cassette had this band on, and before I even saw what they looked like, I heard this, and boom, there's it, head blown off. From that day on till now, I've been a Kiss fan. And that was the gateway into most of the rock stuff. Well, I remember, being in South Africa, we never really got to see the acts that we grew up on. So in 2001, my sister phones me from Australia. She says, "Boot, I got you a ticket for the Kiss concert, but you just got to get here." So boom, fly over to Australia, Perth, and we go see Kiss at the Burswood Dome Casino. What a draw. We spent the weekend there, and part of the whole Kiss draw, and it was just really cool. Any case, so we didn't have cell phones in that. Well, I had a little cell phone, but not like we got now. So I wanted to take a few pictures. So I bought one of these disposable Kodak cameras, and so I've got my leather pants on, and the hair's all over, and the Kiss t-shirt. It looked like Gene Simmons, by the way. And so I thought, now sneak this camera in, because I need to take a few shots. So I put it in my pants, like down there. Looked a bit of a bulge, but didn't notice. And I'm in the Kiss concert, and I'm 7th row from the front, and we're going nuts, and it's Kiss, and it's fire, and sweat's flying, and spit's flying. Halfway through the show, I'm like, hey, I need to take a few shots. Where's the camera? So, well, needless to say, I feel in my pants, the leather pants, and I pull out the camera, and with all the sweat and everything, the whole camera sort of like disfigured and disintegrated. And so yeah, I'm standing with this cardboard box Kodak camera, and now I'm going to take pictures. I've still got the pictures, but you could barely see it was Kiss, but yeah, well, been there, done that. Yeah, so that's how it all started, you know, selling shirts on the beach. And I had a little rail with a couple of Kiss and Iron Maiden shirts, and they started going. You know, that I thought I was the only rock fan around, but there's lots of other guys that love rock. So anyway, so we decided to open a little shop, and this one little shop, well, it wasn't a little shop, it was a big shop. Actually became a cult shop. We called it the Alley, if I can remember. And yeah, it was underneath a building, so you had to go down underneath. And so when you walk in, the whole concept was being in an alley. It was like a road with road signs and all these weird things hanging all out. I had my drum kit there, I had my guitars there, and people would just walk in and check the shirts out and have a little jam on the drums, and it was really cool. And so yeah, I filled up that shop with loads of shirts. I would have had any given time 2,000 rock shirts right there. From anything, from Bob Dylan, Eric Clapton, right up to Iron Maiden, Def Leppard, all stuff there. And yeah, that's how it took off. And so yeah, people still ask me, I mean, that's 20 years ago, people still ask me, where is the alley? I said, well, we're the rock shop now, a little bit smaller, but we're still here. Well, we got these sauces here, and my mother-in-law makes a sauce. And she's Greek, by the way, so she makes a really good sauce. But when people see that sticker on the sauce, they really think they're going to be punished the next day. Like I say, my name's Clint, and how I got my name is my mom and dad, back in '67 when I was born. Now I gave my age away. They went to go see Clint Eastwood, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Welcome to the rock shop, and hope you have a good time looking around.